Hello everyone, my name is Omodolapo Jayeiola. I am an entrepreneur, I'm a social impact entrepreneur, and I am also a passionate girl child education advocate. I work on empowerment projects for girls and women, and I'm the founder of GoalWomen Africa. And I've been doing the humanitarian job, way back 2018, 2017. And I can say by now it's already a part of me, and I'm always looking forward to girls and women's projects to amplify their voice and help them be led into leadership roles that can help them be seen and heard in their society. All right, for me, I would say first, being a mom ignited a passion in me for the girl child. And being a single parent also helped me to see a gap in women and their careers. And I see that a lot of women are being forced into entrepreneurship, especially in Southwest Nigeria, where everyone has to start a business before they are able to earn. Whereas we could actually use our voice for something greater, something better, something we believe in and we're very passionate about. So I saw the need for women to actually come together as a community and talk about their dreams, their passions, and how they can go after it, and also be integrated into leadership roles in growing sectors in Nigeria. So there was a gap, there was a need, and for me, I felt drawn to that gap because I felt I was coming from there too. Being a jack of all trades while I was in school, finishing school, still doing several jobs, and still not being satisfied. I didn't feel like I was doing enough, and there was something in me that needed to come out and be revealed to the world. I see this in every woman that I see around me. I see more to every woman. And that more is being kept away. They live in the shadow of it. And in order for me to be able to contribute my quota into bringing out the best in the women that I come in contact with, I started a small group. I didn't even know it was really going to be registered as an organization. As at then, I was looking at a prayer group then where I could actually talk to women that, you've got this and you could do more. And then turns out that you can just start a group and leave it at that. You need to do more, especially seeing that there are a large number of people that needs to be touched. So beyond Nigeria, we've been able to touch several countries in Africa based on the fact that I decided to push for more. So that's it. I would say some challenges we've been able to overcome. Some persist, and you just have to grow with it. You just have to keep learning as you are in it. Because when we talk about getting to touch the right persons, the target audience, the demographic that we have actually mapped out, for us to be able to touch, most of the times they don't see the need for what you're doing. Yeah, so when we're talking about women in politics, women becoming leaders, a lot of women just want to be moms. A lot of women just want to run their businesses and just live. And so when you're calling them into something greater, they might not be able to connect into it. So that's actually a challenge for us, running a women empowerment organization in a women's world. Another thing was going to be funding. It's not always easy to get the funds you need to get certain projects on. Leverage on partnerships and solicit support every now and then, but it's never always going to be enough. So that's why I say there are some challenges you have to grow with. So because it's a challenge doesn't mean you pull out of it or that there is necessarily a solution to it right away. It's always going to be there sometimes. And I think lastly, for me personally, I say a challenge is learning to do this, also trying to be productive at it. As a mom, it takes everything in you to be able to sacrifice the time, the attention, to what, because I can tell you that this is a whole lot of work. And I appreciate people who understand it, because they know that it's not just about getting up, go get an outfit done. There's a whole planning, a whole what's it called, a whole running around that goes on behind the scene before you see every final product you see out there. So for us, and for me, being a mom, being a parent, comes with its own challenges, right? I've been able to lean on a community that allows me to lean on them and get the support to ensure that I keep doing what I love to do. I always like to say this is a calling for me. So it's not something that I woke up and said, let me just get out there and do. So I rely on the calling, my faith in Jesus. And my daughter is also a source of inspiration for me, a very great one. And so when I look at her, I look at all other girls that have seen, and I know that there's still more for me to do out there. And lastly, my passion, like I said, I wake up in the middle of the night, and you know when you wake up, you just know that this thing you're already into, you're keyed into it. So those are the three major things for me that stands out as my I drive to keep going. Yes.
Thank you so much. So how do you achieve work-life balance? How do you manage, okay, I'm going to run around as a single mom, but I also want to help other people out there? How do you find the balance?
Community, like I said, community does it. When you're going and there is a school to let know, oh, I'm going to be picking my daughter late today, and they are ready to assist you, fill that gap. Or there is someone around that is ready to help you to watch after. Definitely someone you can trust and someone that you know very well. So this has always been the way I've been able to balance being and juggling it, all these activities. And all thanks to my volunteers too. I have a staff, a group that helps me to get things done. So even if I don't have to be there physically, there are people who can go out there and get things done on my behalf. So this has always been the system. You just put systems in place, and these systems run whether you're in it or not. I still believe it's the job of the government to do all of these things for us. And when we talk about quality education, it's the major role of the government. But just like I signified earlier, there are major ways that we can step in and do our best. And our best is just going to remain our best. It's not going to be enough. But doing our best, rest solely on standing up to be mentors for these girls, leading them by the way to go, and helping them to realize the careers that they can actually pick and get nurtured in that way. And so we also can be able to advocate. We do more of advocacy at GoalWomen Africa, and policy reshaping and all these things helps us to know, okay, what are the policies in place? Which ones do we need to adjust? Which ones do we need to introduce? All this comes through advocacy. So the moment you step into that space and say, okay, I want to be an advocate for girl child or quality education, you can be able to do research on your own and see what are the existing gaps and what are the things that have already been sorted. Where can I come in? And this is the only way. Gender equality is something that even in 2030, we're already there now. And even the SDGs right now, they're going to be looking, oh, have we been able to achieve all we actually set out to do? So it might not come to total realization, but by taking it a step at a time, I believe that we're making progress. So I want to say a big shout out to Jayeiola. She has been a hero, a mentor from afar, for what we do for the girls. And she's doing a great job with Dreams Catchers. And I'm wishing her all the best. I know it's not been easy, but girl, keep pushing. You got this. And God's got you, So we're rooting for you at GoalWomen Africa. And thank you for standing up for the girls.